morning is, do you think government's newly launched National Action Plan to combat racism, discrimination, xenophobia and other forms of intolerance will assist in any way in creating a more tolerant society? So write to us at Morning Live, SABC, #Morning Live, and we look forward to hearing your views on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, moving on now to our news diary, looking at some of the stories that we'll be keeping an eye on today. Former President Jacob Zuma's son, Duduzane, he's expected back in the Randburg Magistrates Court today, and this to face 2 counts of culpable homicide following a 2014 accident in which Zuma's car collided with a taxi on the M1 highway.
Former Bosasa auditor Piet van Venter is expected to give testimony at the Commission of Inquiry into allegations of state capture.
And also the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal is expected to pronounce on court cases facing some of its members at a press conference in Durban today.
Okay, let's move on to the trending topics. So I see we've left a couple off this list, so we'll just we'll ad lib over those. So the first one, Loyiso Bala, is trending, and I think it's all about a tweet that he sent out. It was his brother's birthday, so he sent this tweet out saying, "Blessed to have spent some quality time with my brother, Pelo Bala, the last few weeks. As I said to him, I'm in no position to judge you, but to love you and to always point you to Christ. Your relationship with him will define your life's purpose. Happy 28th birthday." So I think everybody just sort of looking at this and saying, hang on a second, is this a birthday message or a judgment? So I don't know. And this got everybody
And then he
talking.
followed up saying, you know, it's not a judgment.
No.
And I think Pelo has come out as being gay.
Yeah.
So I think this was what that was partly in reference to. So, yes.
And everybody just talking to, you know, the fact that just leave it at, you know, I love you and happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Just say that and don't take to Twitter to put all of this stuff out there. Anyway, I mean, that's just it. And of course, this is what Twitter has become, unfortunately. It's a big judgment platform. You put something out there and you better realize that people are going to jump on that.
It will be
have their
scrutinized,
opinion.
it will be dissected,
Yeah,
it will be deconstructed.
Yeah.
You
use
think of
Twitter
it,
as much
it will
as you
happen.
used to, if I may ask. Do you
Not quite.
No, neither
not
do
quite.
I.
And I tend to use it more for business work purposes than I would for personal stuff.
Absolutely. You just find that no matter what you say on the platform, people just dig into it and read into it what they want to, and it just can become very ugly. So
yeah, it can be a very toxic environment.
Realize, just say what you want to say to people. You don't have to put it on Twitter to say it to them. You know, that's one thing. Kelly Kamano, I think, is still trending from the weekend. Is it?
Yeah,
from what happened at her
absolutely.
EFF
That
appearance?
whole Senzo, when the crowd started chanting about Senzo and all of that, so it's still there.
Okay, so that's still trending.
there. We spoke about that yesterday, but it's still there.
One of the very big things to trend, however, is Apple event. This is one of the biggest things. It always trends.
is.
I mean, it without a doubt, people wait. You know, when they drop the date that Apple is going to be having a function, everybody waits to hear what they have to say. Well, let me tell you, last night they had a lot to say, and the market, whether or not they're happy with it, I'm not too sure. But one thing they're happy about is Apple is now launching a credit card. So they are going into the banking sector. Can you believe it?
Why are we happy about that?
I don't know. A lot of people were saying there's zero fees, there's zero this, zero that. So they're going
That's what we need to understand. Why should we be happy or excited about it?
Exactly. So that's what they're doing. They're also launching a streaming service. So they're going into competition with Amazon and Netflix. So that's something. And you know who was the face of all of this? Oprah Winfrey. So Oprah is getting a lot of backlash for this, saying, you know, you can't work your own channel, excuse the pun, but now you want to go and run Apple's channel. So
that's a low blow.
It's a low blow of note. You see, Twitter, this is the problem with Twitter. And in terms of phones and all of that stuff, I have no idea. It's lost in and amongst everything else. They're also launching a gaming profile, so you can see that selling devices is not necessarily what's making Apple money anymore, because you can see sales are dropping, so they have to find other ways.
And I think, you know, that's the problem for everybody, because you now have cheaper varieties of devices coming out that can do exactly or more or less what your more expensive devices can do.
Very much so. So now it's finding the other avenues. So that's it. So it was a big event. So that was what was trending on social media overnight. All right, 16 minutes past 6.